Today we have a twofer, which means we have essentially two exercises combined into one movement when we do them real time together. We've got leg pull front and leg pull back. I'm going to teach you leg pull front support, the building block, and leg pull back support before we move into the full entire movement. So both of these exercises are going to strengthen your powerhouse. Leg pull front is going to align your spine and build stamina and endurance and shoulder stability. Leg pull back is going to offer a huge stretch through your shoulders, train shoulder stabilization and connecting into the entire back line of the body. Well, basically these are fancy words for a high plank and a reverse plank. Well, let's start with our leg pull front support. Coming on to your hands and your knees. Your hands are going to be positioned right underneath your shoulders. I'd like you to step back, curling your toes under, and we want to find that nice, strong, high plank position, and this is leg pull front support. We want to tuck the tail slightly so you feel length through the spine. I like to say head to heel, strong like steel. Now the secret sauce of leg pull front support is feel like you're pulling your wrists and your toes together. That's going to keep a soft bend in your elbow, draw your shoulders out of your ears, and light up your core. Lengthening your spine, lifting up and up and up out of those abdominal muscles. That is the front support. I recommend that you're able to hold front support for a minimum of 10 seconds, keeping the length in the spine, the lift in the abs before moving into leg pull front. Demonstrating leg pull front as we built off of the support. Well, holding strong here, the pelvis stays long. You lift one leg up, you rock your body weight forward, back to change. Notice how the hips are staying level through the entire motion, as if I'm balancing a hot cup of tea or coffee on my sacrum. Do not want to spill a drop. That is the progression. Moving into now leg pull back. You're gonna flip around, again, fancy name for reverse plank. So ideally in a reverse plank, we'd like our fingertips to be pointed towards our bottom. I know that is a lot of wrist flexion. If it is too much on your wrists, you can move those hands slightly out to the side or back if you need to. Sometimes people like to do a fist, but when we get into the fancy footwork of leg pull back, the wrists can become a little bit unstable, and we want to train our wrists. Our wrists are like any other muscle in our body. They need to support some load. They're not like our ankles. We don't walk on our hands, so they're not used to that pressure and that much mobility. So work up to that, and that's why, again, we recommend having a strong leg pull back support before going into the full fancy leg lift. So as you're getting set up, legs are hip width distance apart. Ideally, fingertips are forward. We got a slight bend in your elbows. You're gonna start to articulate up off your pelvis, lifting your hips. You wanna find a nice straight line from your ankles, knees, hips to shoulders, making sure that we're not sinking down here. So drive those heels into the mat, squeeze your buns, and then open your chest by pulling your shoulders and your elbows back together behind you. Make sure that we can hold here for at least 10 seconds or so. This is not easy, and if that is too hard, start with bent knees and get those hips up. Really trying to find a reverse tabletop position, squeezing back, feeling that stretch, and then you'll set it down. So when we move into the progression of the support, we're gonna add a leg lift to it. So we need to, again, stabilize the hips and pelvis, stabilize from the upper back and shoulders, and we're gonna extend one leg in the air, very similar to when we extended in leg pull front. So setting up here, peel your way up to the top of your support position. Squeeze your glutes. Drive down through your hands and your heels. Go ahead and kick your left leg up towards the ceiling, and then drive the opposite leg to the floor. Notice how the hips do not drop. In fact, they lift a little higher in that kick as you alternate, keeping everything level. Beautiful. Let's do it together in real time. We're gonna do 3 leg lifts in each position. Starting with our leg pull front, we'll do a fancy transition, which will bring us right on into leg pull back. Extend your legs out, long spine, long neck. Feel the wrists and the toes pull together, bringing the shoulders out of the ears. Hover one leg up. Inhale, rock the body weight back. Exhale, pull forward, change, lift, rock back, pull forward, change, lift, rock back, pull forward, change. Keep those hips nice and level. Both feet down. Move one hand over to the other hand. Go ahead and turn your way around, adjusting your hands, fingertips facing forward. Extend those legs out, drive the heels through the mat, send the hips up, squeeze those shoulder blades back, pull the belly and ribs in, drive one leg to the floor, drive those hips up for 3. Exhale, lift and kick, 2. One more each leg. Together, and then slowly set the bottom down. Woo! Out of breath with just those 2 exercises. That is leg pull front and leg pull back.